So you recently launched some YouTube ad campaigns and found out that they aren't spending. Don't worry, in this video, we're gonna be going over exactly why that might be and how you can fix it. Hey, my name is Neil and I run Linx Digital, one of the biggest YouTube ads agencies out there, and this is exactly what we do with our clients' accounts when their campaigns aren't spending. Now, this issue is more common when you are running campaigns that have placement targeting or keyword targeting. However, let's jump into some of the most common mishaps that might affect all types of campaigns. Now next, make sure that the ads aren't disapproved. Sometimes ads will sit in the review state and they can sit there between 1 day to a week depending on your account. Now here's a quick pro tip if your ads aren't actually approved. You're gonna wanna call up Google support and escalate the issue to a supervisor. Usually once you get on the phone with them, they will kind of direct you into why the ad wasn't approved and you can make the changes accordingly. In addition to disapprovals, you're gonna wanna make sure that your ads are not limited. This happens when your ads are approved, but not eligible for all audiences. This is especially the case if you're running placement targeting, as some of the placements may not allow for limited ads. Ads are usually put in this category if there is explicit content, nudity, or coarse language. So make sure that your ads are eligible for all audiences to help with spending. Now let's jump into some actual campaign types. If you are running placement and keyword campaigns and you're running target CPA campaigns, I suggest moving over to maximize conversions instead, especially if your ad account is brand new. And this is because in the beginning, Google really doesn't know what to optimize for. So by choosing maximize conversion, it's gonna force Google to spread your ad out to as many people. Now let's get into the most common reason for why your ads aren't spending. Now, if you've done everything else and you've been good with your ads and you've dotted all your I's and crossed your T's, the most common reason your ad campaigns aren't spending is because your placements and keywords just aren't getting enough traffic. Now, you might be saying, Neil, I picked some placements that have millions of views, and though this might have been the case in the past, if those placements and keywords aren't getting views right now, your campaigns aren't going to spend. What I suggest for when you're picking placements and keywords is to not look at overall views or search term volumes. Look at the current volume. And there's a very specific metric I personally look at when I'm using placements and keywords, and it is views per hour, VPH. VPH is basically a metric that tells you the current volume of views or search terms that a video is getting. Here's a good example that will demonstrate how incredibly important this metric of views per hour actually is. Let's say you're in the business of selling iPhone cases. So you go out there, you film a YouTube ad, and then as you're targeting, you pick the keyword iPhone to sell your product. When you go to launch the campaigns, you will notice something interesting happen. Your campaigns will spend way more money in October and November, but will completely die down and won't spend much in February and March. And the reason for this is because Apple releases their new iPhones in October and there's a lot of Black Friday sales in November. So people are going to be searching for the keyword iPhone a lot more in October, November as they are going to be in February and March. And this is why the metric views per hour is so incredibly important, because sometimes keywords will get way more traffic during certain parts of the year, or certain placements will get picked up because of the YouTube algorithm, but as soon as those trends die down, so does the spend on your campaigns. So as a YouTube marketer, if you are going after placements or keywords that are trending, be mindful of this curve of when the YouTube algorithm picks up certain keywords and placements and they get a lot of traffic to when they start to die off. If you want to avoid this altogether, what I recommend is picking placements and keywords that are evergreen, that are going to get the same amount of views all throughout the years and for years to come. Now, if you want to learn how to set up effective placement campaigns, what I recommend is watching this video right here.